This episode of the Poundcast is sponsored by HelloFresh. Make this fall the tastiest season yet with farm fresh produce and easy autumn-inspired recipes delivered right to your door with HelloFresh. HelloFresh delivers all the pre-portioned ingredients you'll need to make easy, homemade meals. All the proteins, veggies, sauces, spices, and more arrive in your box, along with simple instructions to walk you through each step in the cooking process. Get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/freePoundcast. Applied across 7 boxes, new subscribers only, varies by plan. That's 10 free HelloFresh meals just by going to HelloFresh.com/freePoundcast. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. This episode of the Poundcast is in part brought to you by Louisville Vegan Jerky Company. They make Louisville Vegan Jerky. That's right. It's meatless, plant-based jerky, and you can find them at lvjco.com. And they have lots of different flavors you can choose from, such as buffalo hot wing, pepperoni pizza, smoky Carolina barbecue, and they also have limited edition flavors that they come out with every month. And the newest flavor is loaded nachos. So this is a nachos experience. Beefy nachos smothered in delicious cheese, jalapenos, and loads of fajita-inspired flavors. That sounds interesting. So if you order on the website and use the code word Poundcast, you get 20% off your order. Now, this stuff is bagged in the United States. It has a shelf life of 9 months, and you don't have to order it online. If you want to order it in person at stores, you can find it at places like Whole Foods and Sprouts. And just check out their website, lvjco.com. Once again, use the code word Poundcast and get 20% off your order.
Doug and Brent talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about today? Doug and Brent are talking to some pimples. Doug and Brent will talk to their friends, and Doug and Brent talking on the Poundcast.
And we are live on the Poundcast with Taji Ameen from the internet.
Hello.
So Taji, let's get to know you a little bit, because I know you hit me up about actually coming on here or coming on a podcast.
Yes, sir.
And then I clicked your show that you have, Island Classified.
Yes, sir.
I was like, this is interesting. This is cool. So let's start with that. What is Island Classified?
Well, thanks for checking it out. I appreciate you. I'm sure you get a lot of inquiries as you have very good couple podcasts you're a part of. So thank you. I know it's pretty competitive out there nowadays. So I appreciate you checking it out.
Hey, no worries. I like to, on the Poundcast, we like to get guests that we find interesting or our audience might find interesting. So sometimes we'll take a big risk like this.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, this is my first podcast for Island Classified so far. I mean, fully transparent. We've been working on getting some press for, the last 2 months, but I guess that's what it takes sometimes, about 2 months. And then you land yourself a podcast. So this is exciting. Thank you guys.
Where are you now?
So right now I'm in Puerto Rico, actually, which is the setting of Island Classified, the show we were just chatting about. I moved here a couple of years ago while I was working for Vice Media, kind of towards the end of before they went bankrupt and things kind of, I guess you could say the shit kind of hit the fan over there. Are we allowed to curse on this, or is that bad?
You can curse all you want. You just can't say the L word, which is literally.
That sounds good. I'll try not to say that. I'll try not to say or too much either.
No, you're good. You can say all the uhs you want. That's fine.
You could say just that L word though.
Just that L word, we prefer.
Have I said that yet? I hope not.
No, you didn't say it.
No.
Good. All right. Thank you. So yeah, I was just telling you a little bit about my life, how I moved here 2 years ago, because things were kind of slowing down a little bit in my media job. And I like surfing a lot. I actually was surfing today. I got very slightly injured, really nothing. It's really nothing. But
How'd you get that? Shark?
not quite. I actually was just getting so gnarly on the wave and going so fast that I was coming in on the sand too much, and then I just kind of scraped my hand in the sand.
Oh, okay.
But it was a lot of fun today, which is, yeah, that kind of natural segue into, kind of how I ended up on this island, because things were slow, so I was able to find a way to move here and then still travel to New York to make videos or wherever for Vice, because the demands started getting, a little bit less and less as they neared bankruptcy, as you can imagine.
Yeah. So why? So you moved to Puerto Rico just to go live in a place that you can surf?
Mainly for surfing, yes, that's correct. Because I grew up in New York. I mean, it's a little deeper because also I was, in the city all my life, New York City, and I kind of had enough of that. I'm 34 years old. So I guess you could say when I was 32, I decided to kind of, redo my life. First, I had moved to Rockaway Beach a few years ago in New York. You guys heard of Rockaway Beach?
Absolutely.
Like the Ramones song?
The Ramones song. I know. So I just met someone recently who lives there because
Nice.
I think Tall Juan is a musician.
Yeah, actually, I
He
saw him on
lives.
your podcast. I've
Yeah,
been checking
because
him out.
Mac DeMarco used to live there, and I think, and
Exactly.
he put his address on his record, and people would show up at his place.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. That was
yeah.
before I moved there. And I wanted to try to do something like that, but I wasn't as famous as Mac DeMarco, so it was kind of hard to pull off. But I heard all about that, where people would show up, he would have barbecues and stuff. But yeah, Rockaway's a cool area. So I was living there for a few years after growing up in the city all my life. Well, I did 1 year in LA when I was 18, where I kind of like failed miserably. And then I came back here. Just came back to New York. So that's kind of my history. And then from Rockaway, ended up moving to Puerto Rico, just to kind of take it even further in that, beach island kind of direction of life. And I'm really loving it here. It hasn't been incredibly easy to make the series and do stuff because it's a small island. So, it's a little more challenging. Also, I guess just in general, kind of going independent lately, it's like a little bit more difficult because when I was at Vice, they like have a ton of resources and all that. So,
yeah, so you're
kind
going.
of just,
Yeah. So,
exactly.
how did you start out? I also saw, like, on the intro, you grew up skating too. So do you still skate?
Not too much. The last time I skateboarded, I got a shinner. Do you guys know what a shinner is? I'm sure you do. You skate, right?
I still skate. Yeah.
Oh, really? Have you gotten a shinner before? I'm sure you've gotten a lot of
Yeah, for
shinners.
sure.
Yeah. Well, that's for those who don't know. It's
For
when the
sure.
skateboard smashes into your shin. Usually, I don't know, the edge of the skateboard, or like once in a while, the axle nut will hit you. And that really hurts. You know what I'm talking about? Like where the wheel is,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
when you're really unlucky. But yeah, I got a pretty bad shinner, like, I don't know, a month ago. I was actually doing this YouTube video in New York for my friend's channel. He's this guy, Terry Bernstein. He's like I hope I pronounced his name right, but he basically cycles around New York. I don't know if you've ever seen his stuff. He like wears a helmet cam. He's like literally insane. He like goes in and out of traffic. And he was having
Watch the language, please.
Oh, sorry. Did I say literally? Sorry. God damn it.
It's just an inside joke.
I don't know why I said that. Sorry. I see where you guys are going with that. It's a little foolish. It does come off as foolish for sure when you say that. It's like kind of, I know what you mean. It's kind of like jargon almost, but not really. Not
All right,
jargon.
well, I'm getting towards, like, how did you get into, like, working with Vice and, like, getting
Oh,
into the
sorry.
media?
Sorry,
now?
I'm ranting. So yeah, I'm ranting, but I got a shinner the other day, so I don't skateboard anymore. But much. Once in a while. But that's an indication of how much I skateboard. I feel like the less you skate, the like, I don't want to say like super hurt you get, but you kind of get like, slight little injuries, and then you're like, oh, fuck this, or whatever.
Right.
Maybe
Well, I
not
thought you
you.
were going to say
You're a
the less.
smooth operator, I bet.
I thought you were going to say the less you skate, the more you surf,
Well, that
and
too.
that's you.
It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. Do you guys surf?
I
Not
got on my
really.
knees.
I love the beach though.
I got on my knees once on a surfboard, maybe 30 years ago or more than that, but that's about it.
But yeah,
The
sorry.
surfboard wasn't on the water. I just was, it was
It
on.
was on top
Oh,
of a car.
It was
on
in a
top of a
shot.
moving car.
Yeah. It was,
whoa. Holy shit. Sounds dangerous.
well,
Well, how did you get into
not as dangerous as getting a shinner. But go
how did
ahead.
you get into media and doing shit for Vice and stuff?
So yeah, back to that question. Sorry. Basically through skateboarding, I used to see Vice magazines at the skate shops, and I was like, whoa, this is a cool magazine. Next thing you knew it, I was like, sneaking into their parties and stuff as a young kid, maybe 16, I don't know. And I went to their Halloween party. Bad Brains played. It was sick. They had a mini ramp there. They were the coolest thing basically ever in, the skate and just like hipster kind of, culture, or not hipster, just like cool people.
Subculture kind of stuff.
Yes, exactly. So back then, it was really exciting. And I was like, holy shit. When they emailed me back, when I was kind of just blindly applying to internships because I was looking for something to, do, obviously. I was in college studying photography and I needed an internship of some sort. And I hollered at Vice and they got back to me. And then I went in and the office manager interviewed me. And this guy was there who had seen me, this guy, Jonathan, who's super nice. He had seen me at parties. I used to go to my friends' older brothers' parties. We would crash them. We were the little kids that people would kind of think are cool. They'd run with it. They'd be like, oh, you guys are chill. We'll let you stay. And that's kind of what happened with the guy there, Jonathan. He saw me. He's like, oh.
Yes, Brent, you have a question.
Yeah, I think I saw in the intro to one of your videos or something like that. I think there's a shot of you with a guy from Kids, the movie Kids.
Yes, sir. That's Harold Hunter.
Yeah, and so were you kind of like the younger kids in that movie?
Yeah, I grew up sponsored skating. What do you mean the younger kids? I don't remember that exact.
There was younger kids in the movie, and they're smoking some dope at one point, and they're shirtless. Were you ever shirtless as a youngster?
Uh-oh, you're breaking up, Taj.
Oh shoot! I think that question was maybe too hot for Zoom just now. I think.
Too hot for Zoom. He's breaking up.
Things got wild all of a sudden.
Things got wild.
The Poundcast is sponsored by HelloFresh. What is HelloFresh? HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service. So you get sent a box that has the ingredients for you to make a home-cooked meal. Everything is pre-portioned, and they give you the recipes and the instructions to take you through the cooking process. And so you don't have to go to the store, and you don't have to buy all the ingredients, and you don't have to buy more ingredients than you actually need. You can choose from a variety of different diets that match you or your family's lifestyles, such as fit and wholesome, quick and easy, or vegetarian, and you can choose from a changing menu of over 50 recipes each week. Now, I recently tried the vegetarian option, and I wanted to shake things up a little bit. I usually get the regular option that's not vegetarian, but I wanted to see how good these vegetarian dishes were. So I made this lemon Parmesan pasta primavera dish, and it was very good. It had zucchini and peas and bell peppers in it, and it was great. I loved it. And then I also made this chickpea rice dish with pistachio rice, and it was really good. It had cherry tomatoes and crunchy roasted chickpeas in it, and there was some lemon in there too. And I gotta say, I'm really liking these vegetarian meals. And yeah, I mean, look, the best thing about all this to me is that I'm really picky about ingredients and what's in my food. So if there's an ingredient I don't want in the dish, I simply don't put it in, and it's great. I like that, while they give me this recipe and I'm meant to follow it, I like that I can kind of customize it to my preferences. And so I'm still making good food. It's a home-cooked meal, and it's the food that I want. It's the food I want to eat. It's my food, my rules, and it's your food, it's your rules. So get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/free Poundcast. Applied across 7 boxes. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's 10 free HelloFresh meals just by going to HelloFresh.com/free Poundcast. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. And now back to the program.
Okay, we're back, and we're on a new device.
Hello.
And, okay, we're back.
Has this ever happened before?
You told us that your laptop overheated.
Yeah, basically, I got this free laptop from Vice, but I guess you could say it's kind of similar to my show I was doing for them called 1-Star Reviews. Where it's it overheats.
I thought it was the questions. I thought I was asking you about being shirtless and stuff, and then things got too hot.
That was just a coincidence, I believe.
And it all bucked up.
Up. I mean, unless maybe there are some. I mean, I did just. Damn, there's a mosquito in here, like a massive mosquito. My gosh. But I did do a thing where I reversed the curse the other day. I don't know if you guys watched that video, but yeah, maybe there is something, some sort of magical thing happening right now.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to your show, 1-Star Reviews.
Yes, sir.
I watched the bowling alley one. So you would go on Yelp and look for places that have like the worst reviews.
Exactly. So kind of just back to my story, I ended up at Vice, through skateboarding, and then I was there for a long time. And then one day this really nice British guy named Alistair showed up, and he was like, I'm not going to try to imitate him, but he basically said,
Brett will do it.
British. Yeah. If you could do it for me in a British accent, say, mate, why don't we try to go, explore businesses with 1-star reviews.
Look, mate, what we're going to do is we're going to go to some businesses, mate, and we're going to take you there. We're going to get shirtless, and we're going to see what you're doing in the 1-star reviews, mate.
That was pretty good. Yeah, that was.
Look, I saw you shirtless at the party. Oh look, mate. It was at the part. I was at the parties, and I seen you there. Your shirt's off. You're looking young. You're smoking dope or whatever. And I see, I thought, this bloke needs to go to the 1-star review businesses, and we'll review them, and we'll see what they's all about. And then, mate, maybe you might get shirtless again or whatever.
Well, yeah. If I know anything about Alistair, it's that he loves seeing me shirtless. So yeah, that was really pretty spot on.
Well, you are shirtless in the new series is the thing. So I thought, maybe,
it's kind of becoming my thing because as it's not easy out here to, make it in this oversaturated, media market, right? Like I'm sure you guys know. So I have certainly been trying to pull out any, tricks and tips, I got naked before. I made an OnlyFans for the series.
Yeah, I really want to get into that.
Stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Want to know about this OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Let's go. No, let's not jump around yet. Let's stick. So
sorry about that. Yeah.
What kind of places did you? What kind of 1-star places did you review?
So the most exciting one that's the most notable is when I got plastic surgery done. Like I got Botox injected in my face from a place. Actually, you guys will love this. Literally, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to say that. But this guy actually got in trouble for a botched penis job. So big trouble, huge lawsuit. So that's just an example of the kind of businesses that I was visiting. And I was always down, and I'm still down to put my body on the line, to an extent, for the sake of getting to the bottom of these 1-star reviews. So I did a lot. Botox. I did a tattoo was the first episode I could actually show you guys. I'm also getting hot as hell. Maybe I should take this off anyway. But yeah, so tattoo is right here. We did a 1-star.
Oh, let's see that 1-star tattoo.
This is a 1-star tattoo. It's probably hard to see. I'm on the phone now, but it's supposed to be.
I can see it, but I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a surf. Yeah. It's a surfing image.
Whoa, you're the first person to ever get this correct. Most people think it's either like a, I don't know, like heart looking, like, you know, inside of the body, or like, I don't know what someone else said before. Someone thought it was like, I don't even know, like a private part or something. Like, I don't know. But literally, you got it right. You got it. It's a surfer. It's a surfer.
Did you get do you think that's a good tattoo? I'm not really a judge of tattoo, so I as a tattoo
you happy
person,
with it?
Yeah.
I was happy with it because I'm the kind of guy that's like kind of just down for whatever, you know?
Down for like whatever.
Yeah.
Down for whatever. Literally down for whatever.
So yeah, plus that tattoo that's a real story. You know, that's got a story behind it. It's not just
I like it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I got this one once. I was doing a live stream for Vice, and we did like a choose your adventure thing, and I got this free tattoo, and someone mentioned duck on the stream, and I'm like, I like ducks. I see them in the morning when I'm surfing. They're cool. This one's actually, you know, pretty. I mean, they're both good. Sorry, I just almost said this was low. I almost said this was better quality, but I don't mean that because I love the guy who made the tattoo. He's so sweet. You know, he was just kind of misunderstood. He went through a rough patch, and that's why he ended up with all those 1-star reviews. His name's Nate. Shout out to the Fat Cat Tattoo Parlor in Jersey Shore. Oh yeah.
Yes, Brent.
Did any of your 1-star exposure of the businesses that had 1 stars, did they ever go up in stars after your show came out?
That's a good question. We didn't really look into it too much. I know some people would visit the businesses, and, some of the businesses were quite happy in the end. They're like, oh, you gave us a second chance. This is so great. If they would see the video, and then others would be like quite upset. They would be
really?
like, because, it's like, we're just doing a profile of the business. Like, so they would kind of, I don't know if, how it is. Have you guys ever made a video that's like pissed someone off, like later on?
It looks like you're making fun of them or something.
Yeah, maybe they think that, or they just didn't want to be, I guess, in the whole like 1-star bracket. And it's like, we've gotten our fair share of like, so I guess it's really 50-50 to answer that question. Like, some of them are happy, others, like we had the martial arts guy, the mixed martial, MMA, mixed martial arts master, Jerry, the grand master. He was calling up Alistair, the producer, at like all odd hours from like every kind of phone imaginable. Like, so that was, a little scary.
And Alistair was all saying to him, look, mate, I just, we did the video. We didn't mean to be, like, we meant it all in good fun, mate. Like, just like back off, mate. I'm trying to get her sleep, I'm trying to go to sleep, my baby's in here. She's crying right now because you've been, like, it's all bucked up, mate.
How do you know all these things about Alistair? He does have a baby. It's like, you're like, maybe you guys do your research really hardcore.
Well,
wow.
Rock away, baby. Rock
there you
away,
go,
baby. Real
I
quick,
saw the mosquito. I saw it fly by.
Damn it! I just saw it too. It is fucking here. How about just so next time, and this could almost be like fun for your podcast. You never know. If it comes back around, we'll zap it. And this is for the record. I don't really kill anything except mosquitoes. I catch and release everything else. It's once in a while I'll capture a mosquito and release it, but real pain in the ass. But, this is...
Yeah, I'm the same way. I kill mosquitoes. I have no problem with that. They're sticking a needle into my arm and sucking my blood. I can't have that. They got to go.
Exactly.
They got to go.
Someone once told me a trick. I never try it, but where you like pull your skin apart while it's stinging you, apparently then it will explode. But
I heard that when I was a kid.
Maybe it's
like
myth.
You can pinch it and then they can't release the valve, and then like they suck until they pop. I don't know if that's real. You should do a video about that.
That's a good idea. Maybe that'll give us more traffic than we've been getting so far. I'm trying to explore every angle here.
Did you ever
I took my shirt off?
did you ever get any businesses that lived up to the 1-star review?
Oh, totally. Because that's another part of the show. It's kind of like 50-50. Sometimes they're misunderstood. And then because, we try to keep it really real, and we'll show everything. So I would say I have given out a couple 1 stars for sure. Because then at the end of the show, I review the experience. And I've definitely given out a couple ones. I don't remember if I gave the strip club in LA a 1 star, but the guy was just so intense and, I don't want to say like racist, but definitely like, spewing some serious negativity. So I might have given a 1 star, maybe a 2. I don't remember. But
which what was that strip club?
It's called I want to say it's called Explosive or like Expose. It's something with an X and it's in the Valley. But you guys check that one out sometime. That's one of our most popular ones. Just because I think the character, his name's Brad, and he was just so intense. And it's like, even when we showed up before we started filming, like he didn't, I guess, remember we were coming, or I don't know. And like our camera person was getting B-roll outside. He just like came outside and started like yelling at him. It was like, so I feel like that kind of added to the shoot. Like, have you guys ever been on a shoot that I guess is just, there's so much tension that it's like, either way, you just come out with like sort of gold. Like, I don't want to say that, my content's gold, but in this instance, like we came out with gold from just how like crazy it was there. It's pretty funny. But yeah,
I guess I've never really done too much of that style of programming.
Don't you work with Eric Andre? I feel like, doesn't that guy like probably get into all sorts of shit, I would imagine?
Well, yeah, but I was more of in the post-production.
I see.
I did direct a couple pieces for the show. I did, but no, nothing. Yeah, nothing too hairy.
Yeah.
But when you do say the 1-star review, you have a camera guy. Do you contact the bowling alley and say, look, we're doing a piece, or do you just kind of just go and just let them see what happens?
We do clear it ahead of time, but we don't go into all the details, because we want to keep it honest. Like, we don't want them to know that we're coming in to check out their 1-star reviews, because then they might put on a show, which they may do anyway, but
right.
You understand what I'm saying? So we keep it pretty vague. Like, we don't lie to them, like we tell them what we're doing, that we're basically something along the lines of the profile or experiencing the service, which is literally what we're doing. So then, yeah, they do get, some of them, get a bit surprised if they do come across the video. One time I got recognized actually when we showed up to one, and then I think they like opted out. It was like a whole thing. So then we like fast forward it in the video, like, when you like show a scene and then you fast forward and then you go to another business. Like, we had to do like 2 attempts basically at that one.
When you on the bowling one, you hired a person to be your friend off of Craigslist.
With that TV money, that one was
did you tell him you're going to be shooting something, or were you just like, will you be my friend and go to a bowling alley with me? Does he know he's being filmed?
I think he knew he was going to be filmed. That's when we were making the TV show for Vice TV. And I'm pretty sure the TV people probably like mentioned it to him, because he had to sign a release. So everyone has to know they're being filmed because of the whole release thing. But I don't know if we told him like, oh, we're trying to do, we wanted to keep him very neutral. We didn't necessarily tell him like, oh, you're going into this 1-star bowling alley. We're just like, hey, like, we're trying to film this segment with a friend and a bowling, or, who knows. Same with the dating one. I did a 1-star dating coach, and she, then I went on a date and they found a girl, for a casting, and they were like, we're casting for a dating thing, which is not a lie. Because, we didn't tell her, oh, he's going to apply 1-star dating advice on this date.
What was some of the 1-star dating advice? Do you remember?
She said to use the word fabulous a lot, which I tried out. It didn't work out very well. She said that, what else did she say? all I can really remember is the Fabulous. She said not to be a nerd. She said to, I don't remember if she said, we went on a juice date? I don't remember if we were supposed to cheers the juice or not, but I did try to cheers the juice. That wasn't really the best. So yeah, just stuff like that. But she was just like another fun character. I might have given her a 1 star. I don't know, but like she was saying horrific things about like just like I don't know, like women's weight and like just all these, the 1 star dating it. Like she was just so incredibly critical and terrifying, which I see why she, I guess, ended up with so many 1 star reviews. She was also in somewhere near the Hamptons of Long Island, which is kind of funny, like living in some mansion. It's like, so that was a fun one. But sorry, I guess I'm just ranting at this point. I'm just telling you like random 1 star stories.
What did you get done? You said you had your lips done or something like that from the
Yeah, Botox.
That was my forehead and like this area. Like, I don't know what you call this.
How many stars did you give it?
That guy, I don't remember. I might have given him a decent amount because like he did a good job. It was all right. Like, yes, he was, like had his Botox in and out of gym bags, like literally gym bags. And that was one of the 1 star reviews I had read before going in. And then we went in and sure enough, there were gym bags everywhere. So that was a fun one. But he did a good job. I mean, if you go check out the video, like it looks good. Like he might just be a bit of a harsh person, although maybe don't go to him for a penis job. But I might have given a 5 for all I know. I don't remember, but he was chill.
How much trouble did he get in for the penis job? Was it this much, or was it like that much, or
enough to end up in the newspaper? So I don't remember the details, but it's out there. So.
For the listeners, Doug was kind of using his hands as measurement.
Oh, sorry, that one went right by me.
No, but I mean, hey, I'm happy to explain it to the listeners. But he was kind of short, kind of demonstrating length.
Yeah, like how long, I guess, the man's
how long was he in trouble for that? Was it this much, or
I'd say about 10 inches of trouble.
How many inches deep into trouble was he?
When I got my penis reduction surgery.
Trouble. Oh, nice.
Yeah, when I got my penis reduction, I went to a really good 5-star spot. So.
Got it. So you don't really roll the dice like I do when it comes to your services for hire.
Right. No, well, I didn't get that. I didn't get that service yet. I've just been searching some spots up. So
got it. You never know. Try a 1-star. It might work out.
When you moved to Puerto Rico, did you move by yourself?
Yeah, at first, and then eventually my now wife moved here. She started kind of like coming here with me a bit, but I was the first. She's from Texas, but also New York. So I was the first one to kind of come. Oh no, sorry. I'm so bad at answering this question. No, I actually convinced my mother to move here. Whoa. Because my mom retired and she was looking for somewhere to move kind of for, half the year or maybe the full year. And I convinced her for Puerto Rico. So I moved here with my mom and she goes to New York some as well as me, but mainly we live here. And then eventually my wife now lives here as well. And I met a lot of surf friends. Like I have some really nice friends. Some of them recognize me from my 1-star videos, which was really helpful because surfing can be kind of scary sometimes if you don't know anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like the vibe.
Right.
You get your ass kicked pretty quickly. I almost got my ass kicked like 3 times, actually. It happens for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing about surfing.
For sure.
You asked if I surfed. I mean, I've done it a few times. I don't like this, like especially in LA, people go to the same spot and it's all crowded and there's like these like alpha dudes. It's like their turn and it's like, if you're the good guy, that's like the local. It's like you go, and then if you're not the cool local guy, they get in you're on the outskirts and it's just not a good vibe. I've been to Puerto Rico before. Did you freeze up again? Look at him. He's just listening to my.
He's just listening intently.
He's listening intently right
listening
now.
Intently.
He's like, Anyway, Brent, you and I can just talk for a while.
Yeah. So,
Here's a question I want to ask him. Did he meet that wife on this juice cheersing date? You know?
Yes, serving can be very scary. Everyone can be very mean, but it's still so fun and very worth it, I think, for me at
Um,
least.
how did you come up with this idea for the Island Classified? And what is the Island Classified show?
So, Island Classified is a series where I try to find myself on this island I've relocated to, and I use the classified online sites to try to do that. And we're still kind of figuring it out. Like that's the rough concept, but sometimes it's a little difficult. We don't know if it's it's been going smooth, but we might want to refine it. We're still developing it, but that's kind of what it's at right now. And the first one, I got baptized because
Oh, we
well,
lost him again.
but there is still another one of him that's in here, it seems. Well, I don't know if, yeah, there
Yeah.
might be another one in there.
Brent, have you ever been to Puerto Rico?
No, I haven't been. No, no. No, you have though. You've gone on vacation there.
I went there in 2002.
Oh wow, that's a
It
while
was
ago.
part of like an art
The mission. It was a.
it was an art mission. Yeah. There was an art
Walk.
sort of like festival thing, and
Hmm.
that was back when I was living in Chicago, and they invited us down to be part of this pretty cool event. Actually, it
Uh-huh.
was really fun. I loved it out there. I could totally see, I can understand moving out there.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's pretty tropical.
It's tropical. The water was warm. I went snorkeling and I saw like a bunch of fish.
Because it's so tropical there, are there some crawling things everywhere?
I don't remember it too, you know, I don't remember that too much about what you talking about, like roaches, and I think you got like
Mm,
lizards and geckos crawling around,
that too.
you know.
Yeah.
I could put up with it. It was awesome.
I used to want to go to Hawaii one day,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. It sounds like there's big roaches everywhere all the time. Now I don't know if I want to go. And same thing with the Philippines.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't think Hawaii is known for roaches. Maybe if
Well,
you're
I don't
like
know.
in
My
the
sister went there recently. She just said it was just there was a lot everywhere.
really,
Yeah.
huh?
I guess you would hear about it more if it really was known for it, but you know, I don't like bugs and I think therefore I don't want to be in a tropical environment.
You think LA has the perfect? It's nice, but it's not tropical.
It's not
The bugs
tropical.
aren't going too crazy because at night it gets cold. It's like deserty, so
Yeah.
it's nice during the
Actually,
day and then cold at night. Keeps those roaches down to a
I
minimum.
mean, there are roaches in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Let's
but they're
not
not
ignore
crawling
that.
everywhere.
But they're not. It doesn't sound like there as much as there are in these other tropical places. I went to a tropical place in December. Remember when I went to Mexico and I went
Yeah,
to kind of near Cancun or Cancun, and there was a lot of stuff crawling around. I mean, not just roaches, but yeah, lizards and stuff.
I like that. I got all these. The lizards have they have these baby lizards that I got running around my house, not inside. And they're so cute. They're like these tiny, like they just hatched and they're running around. It's the
Oh, really?
cutest thing ever.
Oh, that's. Do
What's
you
going
put a,
on? What just
You're
hatched?
back.
You got hatching. I'm back. Sorry, guys. This is a nightmare. I'm really sorry. This is like, I've been so excited about this podcast too. It's like pretty effed up how this is happening. But what's going on? You hatched some animals?
He's got some lizards running
We're
around.
just talking about
What?
I was saying I've been to Puerto Rico before. I really liked it. I could see moving there, you know. I like beaches and I like tropical weather. What is it?
Exactly.
Is it like What's the quality of life like? Is it a dangerous place? Where are you in San Juan? Where are you?
So I'm actually on the northwest side, which is really kind of sorry. I'm on the northwest side, so that's about 2 hours. I don't know, hour and a half from San Juan. So it's a little quieter around here. There's beaches everywhere where I am. It's lovely. There's lizards running around everywhere. I got little baby lizards getting to my house. It's like they're cute, but they defecate everywhere. I got different bugs that come in. You know, one night I was hanging out in my house. There was like, I don't know, like 8 different kinds of bugs I found. So, you know, it's a lot of fun. Although I do need to secure the home and make it airtight. That is for sure. I love it.
You like the bugs?
It's pretty cool to check them out. Lizards, the iguanas are massive. You were mentioning you were in Puerto Rico. Do you see any big iguanas? Just kind of walking around.
Are they native to Puerto Rico?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
Okay, because I know in Florida they're like a pest. They like.
Oh, I see what you mean. You mean like, are they a problem?
Are they like an invasive? Yeah, they're like invasive.
Apparently, it's going in that direction. So it's like, I might even do a video in the future. My buddy, he hunts iguanas and then he cooks them, because it's a whole thing. One day it might become normalized, but you know, just the government, like, they don't really want you, I guess, like, eating iguana. I don't know why. Maybe they just don't think it's like glamorous, but it's like, eventually, I haven't tried it yet, but people are saying that could be the future. Iguana meat. What do you think?
I'll pass.
Makes me think of rat burgers, you know, from Demolition Man. You know, you ever see Demolition Man?
Sorry, I'm not familiar with that reference. I apologize.
Yeah, they eat rat burgers there, and you know, honestly, the way they make it look in the movie, it made me think, oh, I could go for a rat burger.
Not too bad.
Well, maybe they'll do an iguana burger, but I'll let you guys know how it goes. I might go with my buddy and try to hunt some with a little BB kind of pellet thing. You get them, and then you. One time I ate a bird that my friend was given, that someone hunted, some kind of pigeon kind of thing, and it was a little gamey, as they say. But
how many stars did you give it?
I'm not sure. I mean, just to be polite, I would give it 5, because, you know, it's like, he prepared it for me, and you know, he like my wife also helped like defeather it, so it's like, you know, I don't want to be insensitive to them, so I'll give it 5.
Doug actually was wondering if you met your wife on that juice date.
Unfortunately not. I guess for the 1-star dating coach, that did not really work out for me, but eventually I might meet a wife somehow, just really randomly.
You met her in the wild?
Not exactly. It was like through a friend, and then, you know, an Instagram convo, you know, broke out, that kind of thing.
What was your opening line?
I think it's actually from my 1-star review show, because she like was watching it with her friend, and then they tagged me, and then I was like, whoa, who's this that tagged me? And then I was like, I don't know, replied to it like, oh, thanks for watching it, or something really lame. And then I guess maybe she thought it was endearing how lame I was, and then she decided to hang out with me.
Now, let me ask you this. When you moved to Puerto Rico, did you have to get like, you know, a job just for income until you can get your show off the ground?
Well, I was still working for Vice, and then once they laid me off, I basically immediately made an OnlyFans.
Okay.
Which I like didn't post, you know, any like full nudity, but that wasn't incredibly successful. But then I did like work out a couple like back end deals, you know, like. And then so I made a little bit of money doing that. And then I started selling pins. I can actually show you. Hey, could I like plug my pins right now in your podcast?
Yeah, but we got to come back to the OnlyFans. I'm sorry.
But wait,
we'll get back to OnlyFans. But I just want to show you guys like a more, you know, less risque way that I made money as well, was these lovely pins. But yeah, I did do the OnlyFans. And
when you said you worked out some back end deals, what does that mean? You did some anal pictures, or
Yeah, what's up with that?
What's that mean?
Yeah, I sent some guy, a couple photos of that nature, nothing too crazy, that kind of thing,
Who are
like
your
I didn't put it on my page for everyone to see, but I over time, was, I guess, I don't know how you could say it, convinced that I could trust certain people I was messaging. And then, yeah, I kind of a childhood dream of mine, literally what you used to do when you were a kid, but now you're kind of getting paid to do it almost.
What are you talking about? You used to pose naked as a kid? What?
No, just random fun shit that you would do when you're just chilling on your own. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I was a nude model as a child. I'm trying to be very vague here.
What was going on? What kind of clients were on who were your only fans?
Or your many fans?
What's the demographic of your OnlyFans?
I mean, to be honest, it seems like a lot of gay guys on my OnlyFans. A couple ladies, although one of them might have been a robot. I really don't know. Some lady was messaging me about stuff, and then I don't know, it just looked like it could have been a robot. So mainly gay dudes, I think you could say. Literally.
They found out about it through just your Vice stuff, basically.
Yeah, I actually found this is getting fun. We're really going deep here. I found this whole thread on some gay porn website about my videos from the past, because I did a nudist resort where I guess you could see my dick in one of the things because they messed up the blur. So, due to the editor having that slight malfunction of the black bar, I became slightly popular, in the scene. And also, there's some photos of my feet I found on a forum because, I guess my feet have been shown in videos. So literally, I guess just indirectly from my Vice videos, I've become a very low tier, low level, gay porn star, I guess you could say, in a way, or something. I don't know how you would say that.
Icon.
Whatever it takes, man.
Yeah, an icon, you could say.
So
an icon.
you started the OnlyFans account because it was part of the show, the classified show, or no? This was a separate thing.
Well, I guess before I said I immediately made it when I was laid off at Vice, which is true, but it was also to try to get this next venture off the ground. Yeah.
So and then, but you just you didn't pose. You weren't naked on those, fully naked.
No, I posted
except for the back end deals.
Maybe some back. I'm saying maybe. Okay, I'm not admitting to anything, but I didn't post any nudity. Although I did promise everyone if I made it to 100 subscribers, I would shave my balls. So you did, because some people were. I don't even know why. I don't know where I got that idea. I'm gonna be. I don't know, but then you could probably see my balls a little bit in one of the videos, but it's who cares, right? It's a little area of my balls. It's one of it. Who's gonna come for me for that? But I'm sure brands will still work with me. It's right. But yeah, sorry. What was your question again? I said, oh, no nudity, no. Although you did see my ass was in one of them. I posted kind of later on, one of the later posts. But yeah, some implied nudes. I was standing in front of some bushes for one shot. Another one that did well was my first video ever, which is changing after surfing. But the changing process, how you cover with your towel. You know what I'm talking about, right? You've been to the beach. You guys been to the beach. That one did pretty well. Covering my private parts in the shower. That was good. I did a classic MySpace mirror selfie covering up. So that was my OnlyFans, and it's still active. Although I did get baptized after because, it was a bit of a disaster running the OnlyFans. It kind of became, I don't know, people were hating, take your dick out, do this. It was upsetting people. Some person wrote some really long thing that was truly hurtful, saying that I'm wasting everyone's time and money. And like, I was just like, maybe this isn't the right path for me. I'm going to go get baptized.
So was baptizing, so your show is about finding yourself, right?
Exactly.
But are you really trying to like find yourself, or is this just sort of like for the show?
I'd say a little bit of both. Like, it's like kind of like on One Star where it's like I did want and need some of these services, but it definitely was like also part of like exploring the 1-star reviews.
Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit of both.
Are you doing this? What motivates you to do this kind of stuff? Are you just like a curious person, you think? And you're
Definitely.
truly interested in these subjects?
Yes, totally. Because at Vice, and I mean, all my life, even before working at Vice, I've always been like attracted to like street photography. Like, I used to do a lot of street photography in New York. Like, I would go to Tompkins Square Park and take photos of people. And like, I'm always interested in different subcultures. Then right when I started at Vice, I went to this festival called Juve that was a lot of fun. It's the West India Day Parade that happens all night. And it's like people are like covered in like grease and like paint, and it's like insane. You've heard of the West India Day Parade, right? It's like a whole thing in New York.
I have not.
But yeah, check it out for sure next time you're in town. But yeah, so I've always been drawn to these types of characters and kind of like, I don't want to say fringe, but you know, like just off the kind of grid stuff I'm very interested in. Correct.
Yeah.
Same with like the sex world, you know, I'm interested in like learning more about that. Like I interned on a porn set once. That was fun. So yeah, I'm very amused by all of this.
Was that, I saw there was I don't know, some little clip of you kind of chained up where there's these women and stuff. What was that from?
That could have been a few different times. That's a good response. Right? But it was one time I did a BDSM thing when I went to a swingers party, which was for a Vice video where I explored, it's a series called Better Man, where I was basically like misunderstanding self-help from the internet and then like taking it to the extreme to better myself. So for that one, I think it was about communication, and we went to a swingers resort and basically learned to communicate with the best communicators out there, swingers. And yeah, I got tied up and she was doing some fun stuff, and I had, you know, it's a good time. Like, I got to experience, I had never done like, you know, with a licensed, I mean, I don't know how the license process works, but dominatrix, you know, tied me up. You guys, I mean, I'm sure you look like you'd be into that, Brent, I would imagine. Just kidding. But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun, and that's what I'm trying to do with Island Classified. Try to keep finding interesting people and have fun, but it's difficult because One Star had a lot of success because of just like how clever the concept is, and like who hasn't left a 1-star review. But with the Classified, it's kind of like a dying, you know, thing right now, so it's a little tricky. And full transparency, you know, it's been hard to get the channel off the ground. So I even like enlisted, like I have some interns now. I got 100 interns that I was able to compile. So they're kind of helping me. But to be honest, like we haven't really gotten anywhere yet, even though
you have 100 interns.
That is correct. You guys ever need a couple?
Are they
interns,
like worldwide? Like
they're worldwide. Yes, they're not in Puerto Rico. That would be amazing if I could get. If there's 100 people in Puerto Rico watching this right now, and like you want to join 100 interns, that would be incredible, because then we could work together in person. But yes, it's a remote network.
What are these interns doing?
Well, I'm hoping that they get me at least 1,000 subscribers, because as you know, 100 times 10 is 1,000. So if each of the 100 interns goes out in the streets and gets 10 people to subscribe, it's like, 1,000 subscribers.
So they're going on the street and talking about your YouTube channel?
Pretty much. But
they're not like doing like research or anything. They're doing like street.
Yeah.
There's a street team.
There's a street team. I mean, we have different departments. Like, so some of them are doing research as well. Some of them are reaching out to the press. That's how I ended up on your podcast. An intern is a big fan of your guys, and he reached out for my Instagram to you. Like that wasn't even me talking to you at first. It was my intern. So they're doing a lot. It's a lot of fun. And it's like, I want to help them. Like, I know I can't pay them at the moment, but it's like, I've been an intern before. I've done a lot of internships and some of them screw you over. And like, I don't want to screw them over. Like, I want them to learn from this. I want them to have fun. I want to feature them in the videos. I even want to make them money. We have like a commission program, which like, unfortunately we haven't really gotten off the ground yet, but that's where I'm at. And, it's not really like, I'm not doing as amazing as you would think, with 100 interns and, so it's difficult, but hopefully it works out one day. I'm trying my best and dedicated.
Well, what do you want to achieve with the Island Classified? Because I guess if you want me to put on my critical hat for a second,
please do.
Creative criticism. Maybe I love the idea of like finding stuff on Craigslist and exploring that. But maybe like finding yourself is not a theme that maybe would resonate with as many people as the 1 star. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know why I said that, but
no, I know what you mean. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I've been trying to figure out how to make them more transformative. I guess just have like my goals actually like, accomplished in the videos. Cause like the one I sent you, for example, like it didn't really go too many crazy places. Like, it was like, I kind of just went and got this healing session done. And it's like, I don't know exactly what it accomplished. It was kind of just a fun video, but I know what you mean. Like, I want to learn to kind of like how 1 star is like a very cohesive story. It's like a beginning, middle, and end. Like it makes sense, like my mission there. But I see what you mean. Like, I feel like it's a little convoluted right now and trying to figure out like exactly, like I was watching this Instagram thing the other day, as sad as it is to admit it, but it's saying how, successful series, like they need like a goal and like, actual, like an actual change. And so like, I want to hopefully do like a reggaeton kind of makeover one where I like actually do a whole makeover and join a reggaeton group out here. So I feel like something like that, maybe if I just invest more time and energy, like perhaps it could work if there's an actual process showed. But I see what you mean. It's been a little bit difficult.
So yeah, I guess maybe just reframing it from, I mean, do you mind us like kind of workshopping?
No, I would like
here?
you to, because
that's what I like to do. We are an idea factory, Brett and I.
No, please. This is very helpful because I'm not going to lie. Like I've been having a little bit of trouble, like trying to figure this stuff out on my own. Like I'm not at Vice with, a bunch of, I mean, we're going to make more videos hopefully, but I don't have a team. I mean, I got 100 interns. I love them. But you guys have been, you're a little more seasoned, it seems like, than the interns, I would say.
I think that the show is basically a human interest kind of show where you're exploring the nooks and crannies of, what Puerto Rico has to offer kind of, or maybe just the unseen, or maybe even seen parts of this place that you're in, and you're kind of a newcomer in kind of for the most part. I've been there a couple of years. In that process, you're learning things about yourself too, but it's almost kind of like, it's kind of like a travel show, but within Puerto Rico and kind of checking out the different, but it is about yourself too, because the OnlyFans thing was part of it. I guess it's
it could be bettering yourself, and exploring. Sorry to cut you off, Brent, but like our web series Poundcast, the first idea that it's based on was something that happened to me when I was trying to sell a beanbag on Craigslist, and just the difficult, like the people that are looking at Craigslist are like interesting and annoying, like you get a million questions about, I'm just trying to sell a thing. Like if you put something for free on there, you get all these dumb questions and it's sort of like annoying. And I just think there's a lot of material there with the classifieds and the Craigslist stuff.
What I was kind of getting at was that, okay, 1 star there's a sort of I mean, it's a cool idea, but it's kind of like a gimmick idea, right? We're going to go to find the 1-star reviews and go to them and try them out. In this show, the new one is sort of it's more open-ended. There isn't a specific sort of gimmick, and maybe that's cool. That it's just sort
But
of.
that's why it is hard. I know it is hard though sometimes.
No, but I think that could work though anyway. And I actually kind of like that it's called Island Classified, because it's sort of makes it sound like it's going to be something kind of like 1-star, but it's really not. It's sort of just about you exploring yourself and also just exploring the island. And I don't know. I think it is more open-ended, and I don't mind that, I guess, you know.
I like the idea that I like that the name of it is great. It could be more of like, how can I just like survive on the island through the classifieds or something? And each episode, like a 1-star, it's like, this one is, maybe it's perfect. Never mind. Just like sometimes these things just take a while to catch on. That's all.
I think you're right too. That's what we're trying to do. Like maybe stick to the original concept, but yeah, just make it better over time. Like maybe like making it more transformative, maybe just putting more time into it. Like what you said, like, I mean, also not gonna lie, like some of them we've like faked. Like I think we need to make it more real too, you know, like the actual, like what you said, like the actual process of like going on the classified and like the people you might actually end up with. So I think we need to put more time into it, but we kind of just like, you know, we're just trying just different things, you know, up front. But as you're mentioning, like, yeah, I think we can hopefully make it better over time. And I mean, honestly, the 100 interns, like that sounds like a gimmick, but it's like a lot of them are quite passionate and amazing people that I think hopefully can actually help excel the project as well.
That sounds like a show in and of itself. It's called 100 interns.
Oh, I just the shit out of myself when you came up with that show. It's a hot show. Holy shit!
Oh, really?
God damn, that's never happened before.
Now both of your hands are injured.
Now I'm screwed. You know, that's
just sort of what ideas interns come up with, and how, I don't know, which one will survive. You know, who will be the top intern? You know, out of the 100, it's almost
top intern.
America's next top intern. You know, you can call it.
I mean, I've been trying to, you know, eventually find a brand or someone, like, you know, it could be a reality show, like you were saying, you know, it could be anything. So hopefully one day I can do that. Can you imagine if I just got all 100 interns like to the island or something, or like, I don't know, like what you said.
I could imagine you finding a character, you know, through your show that almost like becomes like a recurring character, you know. That could be something too.
Definitely. No, I'm definitely not going to give up and keep it going. And hopefully, I don't know, just figure out how to be slightly less lazy and like actually really make it a good thing. Because, you know, it's kind of like up and down for me, at least, becoming an independent artist now. It's like, you know, you have to be like what they say, right? Like a self-starter. Sorry to use like buzzwords, but right, it's kind of difficult sometimes, I guess.
No, like you're the kind of guest that we've historically liked to get on the show. Someone who's like an independent kind of up and comer, you know, that we're, I don't know, just kind of like seeing what your process is, and like you're inspired to do this thing. And I think that's cool when people just make stuff and, I don't know, come up with a new idea. And I'm interested in that kind of thing. What do you think?
Thank you.
Well, look, how can people look? Okay, so
what's
your
show
called Island Classified is the show. It's on YouTube, and that's its own YouTube channel, right?
It's actually on my YouTube channel, so it's called Taji, which I've had the channel for a long time. You could go watch. You guys know Mark Gonzalez? I'm sure you guys heard of Mark Gonzalez, the artist and skateboarder.
I know Mark. I mean, I made
a video of him about 10 years ago on the YouTube channel, and then I kind of like stopped using the YouTube channel, and then I just started it again. So it's the same channel. You could watch some of my old videos. You could watch this new series, Island Classified, we've been talking about. It's called Tajcam on YouTube, which is just TAJCAM, kind of like my name, Taji, and camera.
Gotcha.
Tajcam. That's where all the videos are. And then, we're We're doing the Instagram thing. I just started trying to use TikTok. Do you guys use TikTok?
I've been dipping into it a little bit lately.
Everyone tells me that's where the money's at, but my gosh, is it difficult to figure out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of I in a way I kind of.
Is it worth it? You know,
I hope that they ban it, because then I don't have to worry about it anymore. You know.
Yeah.
It's just okay. Good. It's another thing I don't have to worry. You know.
What about threads? You guys on the threads? Like, there's so much stuff nowadays, right? It's crazy.
Yeah. I haven't used threads yet.
I tried it in a desperate attempt to get my channel off the ground, and hasn't really gotten me too far, but we'll see.
Well, I hope you had a good time on our show. Do you want to stick around? Do you want to stick around for the unzipped section?
For sure. And if I like somehow lose you because of my like horrific technology, then just know that like I really appreciated you guys having me here, and I'll just ride this out as long as my phone or whatever will.
Yeah, no worries.
Better now. But yeah, I'm sticking around for sure.
Hey.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Well, look, if you want to carry on with us, you can go to patreon.com/Poundcast, and you can get access to all the previous unzips as well when we go do extended versions of the episodes, and sometimes the episodes are the extended part is just as long as the first part. So it's fun, and you're gonna like it. And if you want to watch the show on video, you can watch it at youtube.com/thepoundcast. There's the there in front of the Poundcast. And we're on Instagram, the Poundcast, TikTok too, and Twitter
too.
And thank you to Jack Birch behind the scenes. Thanks for helping out. Yeah, I think that we're gonna just go into the unzipped, I think.
Okay.
So
thank you, Taji, and
we'll see you in a little bit or next week.
Peace.
Doug and Brent talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about today? Doug and Brent are talking to some pimples. Doug and Brent will talk to their friends, and Doug and Brent talking on the Poundcast.